What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back.
Yeah. And good afternoon to each and every one of y'all, man. It's 12:05 on the East Coast.
5 minutes late. We're doing good for color time. We're doing good for color time.
Not color time. Lord, Jesus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Raymond, and this is my boy,
Erik.
And we are the Woke Millennial. Thank y'all for tuning in this morning. And you see that? That music cut out right at the right time, dog. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this show. First of all, we can't, we got to start it out. We're talking about what it was. How was your Father's Day, dog?
It was very peaceful. You know what I mean? So, I have my little situationist.
Situationist. Okay, I like that.
But yeah, I didn't want to do anything major. I just sat around the house, painted. Relaxing. I was cooked for. Had a gift or two.
Okay.
Some important people at least dropped the whole Happy Father's Day. Did none of our friends in our group
really
say in our group chat? Like, I
don't even think I sit there Happy Father's Day.
No, I'm saying but the dads shouldn't have to.
Right, exactly.
We got
the
homies
non-dads.
Yeah. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All y'all, let me tell you something. We calling you out right now. We calling you out right now.
Because I guarantee you went up in somebody's DM on Mother's Day.
Right.
Talking some Happy Mother's Day.
100%.
But yeah.
Pretty sure of that.
I can say that I was definitely showing some appreciation. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'll leave it at that.
Good.
What about you?
My Father's Day was pretty dope, man. It was pretty good. I didn't. We actually was on vacation.
Right.
So it was a lot of driving. I think when Father's Day was Sunday, right?
Right.
Yeah, we left on Father's Day, so I was literally working on Father's Day, driving the family.
Oh, you should have been in the passenger seat, unless you just don't trust your wife.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think for me, long road trips, I like to drive because it makes the time go by faster for me versus me being idle in the passenger, as a passenger. It works for some.
So it has nothing to do with your wife. Driving.
Has nothing to do with my wife. Actually, she drove like 2 hours. She drove the last 2 hours of the trip, so I was able to sit there.
How many total hours?
Yeah. It was. I enjoyed it. I actually was able to watch Fatherhood on that trip. Because in our car we got the TVs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was able to watch that, and it was a pretty good film. So definitely go check that out.
I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, you said that's Kevin Hart's.
Kevin Hart. Yeah, okay. Kevin Hart, Lil Rel, and
I like Lil Rel.
DeWanda Wise. She was the chick that played She's Gotta Have It. The
Netflix
version.
Her. Yeah. I like her. I like her.
Something.
Yeah.
She is a up and coming. She's very talented. She's not, she's easy to look at. She's very talented, and I think that it makes the film flow. And she the chemistry with this woman with other male, people, it's just amazing. So, but yeah, that was my Father's Day, man. I enjoyed it, dog. I enjoyed it. Well. Go ahead.
I would say, well, look. So let's go and hop into this question right quick, though.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna just read it straight off the prompt. So in 2021, why are women claiming Father's Day and people still praise women for Father's Day?
Right.
So just go ahead and hit me with it. What is your opinion on that?
Man, I honestly don't know. I think it's just everybody trying to make everybody feel good.
That kind of. Let's be as inclusive as possible.
Yeah, let's be as inclusive as possible. Just going back to the situation here. Happy Father's Day to all of the present fathers.
You pulled it up. Okay, I was about to ask you that.
Mothers who have played, because a lot of times you hear it the other way around too. I will be honest.
You've heard it the other way around?
Yeah, I've heard fathers being kind of like having to. They've kind of been given a little bit of credit for having to be the mother. If the wife left the children or the wife passed away and now they're a single father, I've heard it, not as much as I've heard.
Like if you had to kind of give let's say how would you scale that? Like comparing how much you hear it as like a happy Father's Day to all the mothers out there, single moms. If you had to scale that against the Happy Mother's Day to every single dad.
Yeah.
How would you?
I mean, it's probably like a 30-40%. I mean, it's not the majority for sure. Yeah, it's not the majority, but I have heard it.
I have never heard.
You've never heard it at all?
No, I've never heard it, and I've never heard anyone give someone praise, a man praise for being, a
stepping
father
into that.
on Mother's Day, and I have never heard of a father claiming Mother's Day. Like, I ain't gonna lie to me.
Yeah, I know. I never heard a father claiming Mother's Day.
It's excessively feminine to me. For one.
Right.
Like, and
yeah,
I don't know. Like this, like my honest opinion on it. Like, okay, I'm not mad at like, okay, if you got mentors that kind of take on that father role for somebody that's, you know, they don't have that fatherly guidance. Like I didn't have any consistent long-term male guidance throughout my life. It was, you know, I had one guy in particular with the Army, you know, but that was still like, you know, on a monthly basis, we check in every once in a while outside of that. But, you know, so I call him Pops because he's like the closest thing to actual father that I've had,
right,
you know.
Right.
But other than that, like, okay, sports coaches, okay, I get that. Teachers, I get that. You know what I mean? But it's like mothers and aunts, like why? And then at the bottom it says fatherhood is behavioral, not biological.
Nah, that's some bull.
It takes a village to raise a child. It's like, I don't know. To me, it's like, okay, if you're a single mom, a single dad, and you feel like, okay, your parent had to fill that role, like just give them a better Father's Day. Give that father a better Father's Day. Give that mother a better Mother's Day. Like, why do we have to include people in everything? Like, it's for fathers. Like,
let us have fathers. Let us have Let us have our own.
Do we give fucking President's Day to, you know, senators? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like whatever. Or vice presidents, like whatever. Like, if you're a president, President's Day is for you. If this is your birthday, like we give this is your day. Like, leave it to them.
I agree. I think it's
we don't the ones that got about it.
You know, I don't know why women are claiming it. My honest answer to the question posed on the show today is, why are women claiming Father's Day? I think it's just that whole equality thing and trying to make people feel good. But I do agree that, you know, some days should just be what they are and allow it to just be a day that we just praise fathers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because every other time we're just, you know, fathers, especially, you know, black fathers, you know, get vilified for either being absent for whatever reason, whether I ain't even gonna go into the reasons why there could be, but just, you know what I mean?
We ain't trying to get canceled 1 episode, 2 episodes in, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. But shout out to the fathers.
Shout out to the fathers.
You know what I mean? Shout out to the fathers that actually are playing an active role in their children's lives in whatever situation.
And shout out to I actually need to give a special shout out to the single moms who, at least in my experience, the single moms who have hit me up on, you know, text, IG, whatever, explicitly telling me Happy Father's Day. I see what you do. You're great. All that kind of stuff. Not claiming Father's Day for themselves. Just acknowledging a good father when they recognize one. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
Because while we do have those that are trying to claim it, I can at least say in my closer circle, current close circle, I've been getting a lot of love from them. And to me, it actually means a little bit more because they could be on some, well, yeah, I'm the mother and the father. And I heard that BS from my mama when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like, no, you just my mama.
Yeah, you gave me...
Like,
you gave me both, right? You know what I mean?
Both, man.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. Well, let's get into this situation right here.
All right.
So
let's do that.
Go. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, the story is this. Drake is evidently having or had, I should say had, allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly had.
Revenge relations.
Sex. Yes.
There you go. With none other than Kim Kardashian West, I must say, because she married. So I don't know if it was before the West.
Nah, it was during.
It was during the West.
Like why? I guess why they going through a divorce or whatever. Like from where the speculations are, you know, tied to. Yeah, and then, you know, we got the lyrics from the song where he explicitly says, let me see if I can pull it up right quick. Dang, did I just slide this thing? Let me see. Okay, yeah. Drake is also heard saying, fuck a rapper wife, even if she ain't my type, I'll make a sacrifice. And we know that Kanye and Drake have been beefing for some time. I think this actually goes back to when the Pusha T Drake thing started because of that. I think it started in that time frame and they just pretty much been off and on since. But either way, let me ask you this though. Like, revenge sex. So you guys might who you were cool with at one point in time. Right. Let's get to the deeper part of this.
Let's get to the root of it. Let's go.
You a man. Right. You was cool with this dude at some point.
Right.
And then y'all off and on, whatever. You going through a divorce with your wife. And this man is saying he had sex with your wife and she ain't even his type. Right. But he did it just to spite you. Right. What, like, how is Raymond responding to that?
Like, for me, man, I think okay, so all right. So let me just try to put myself in those shoes because it's hard, you know what I mean? Because it is trying to like role play something that ain't real. But I think if I'm going through a divorce with her, there's a reason I'm going through a divorce with her. So I think for me, I'm going to be less emotional about the situation because when I'm going through a divorce with somebody, I'm done. So you can say you've screwed her, whatever the case may be, that's fine. You can make it a permanent situation. You really can, because I don't even care. Like, I mean, we ain't even together anymore. So I think that as far as her is concerned, I really wouldn't care about that. I think it's more so that whole pride and that humiliation aspect would get me more than the woman. Because at that point, I'm done. If I'm going through a divorce, now if it would be a different situation if you come out with a track saying you my wife and we ain't in no situation about to get a divorce. And now, you know what I mean? I got to face that reality that you out here holding around. So I think for me, it's just that male ego aspect would be, I would have a problem with that. And him, you know, trying to basically humiliate me from that standpoint. But I mean, I think that, it's par for the course, man, when you're in the entertainment industry. But I think if it was Raymond, I probably would have to have some words with him, like one-on-one. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do the diss track bullshit. I mean, I know your people know my people. We gonna sync up. This ain't gonna be no big.
We got each other number.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
We got the same circle, bro. Like, I'm not gonna play fucking pity pat with you over some bullshit. Like, just put it on the table.
Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie though. This is my take on it, right?
Go ahead.
So one, if this actually happened, the humiliation thing is a big deal. But when I look at the woman, because I got a lot to say for the guys, but just for the woman, if I know, okay, if this happened, that these two were cool, they at odds with each other now, and I'm gonna slide on the side with this guy, that my soon-to-be ex-husband, and they can still work it out during this process. But if it happened, you a grimy bitch. Like, flat out. I agree. You grimy, bro. Like, thank you for showing me.
Yeah, confirming
why I need to go through this divorce.
Exactly.
But exactly. Like, if this happened with Drake, it's like, okay, if it happened and then you trying to humiliate me with it, like, bro, really, aside from words, we probably gonna have to fight. Like, right. Now it's like, okay, dude, if we ain't cool and if she was feeling you or whatever at whatever time, and y'all gonna do y'all thing, like you said, if I'm completely unattached from this woman, then whatever.
Right, the woman don't hurt me, but the fact that you're trying to fucking... But
now I feel like I would probably even feel like both of y'all are like trying to attack me at this point.
Right.
And really,
because she had to do it.
Yeah, because it takes two. You know what I mean? And yeah, like, it's when it comes to men, you don't play with fire, bro. Like, there's like, I always understood this concept, but the best way I heard it was when Kevin Samuels was on, I believe it was a Joe Budden podcast, and he the way he put it was that, like, even in this room right now, we all in here talking or whatever, but there's still an underlying tension between every guy in this room, because you know how far to take it with another guy. Like, we could be in here debating on something, we could be yelling, doing the hands, you know, all that kind of stuff, and like really like challenge the saying whatever, but it's like, you know, where that line is, right, and what, and to not cross it, because it can result in violence and somebody could be dead. You know what I mean? Right. There's no question about that truth. Right. That is a infallible truth to me, at least. Yeah. So at that point, it's like, if this is true and it's found to be true, like, really, it's almost like war with both of y'all at this point, bro. Yeah, like,
I can see that for sure. I mean, especially like you said, they're already going through a divorce, so they're already at odds. Yeah, and I think it just comes down to the timing, man. You know what I mean? Like, when did that happen? Number one, but do you believe that portion? I mean, because it was a very small section of a song. Do you really truly believe to your core that it was about Kim?
Well, my thing is, like, if we really be riding off of the speculation, really, like, I don't really believe it one way or the other. Right. It's but like, we're just hypothesizing like, it was. If that were to be the case, it's like, yeah, like, you a hoe ass nigga for even trying to, like, you know, subliminally put it out in the song. Like, bro, flat out, like, if you want to say it, say it. Like, fuck trying to protect your image, because I'm gonna just put it out there. Yeah. That it did happen. Especially once I've confirmed it. Yeah, once you find out. Like, let me put emphasis on that. Like, once I've confirmed it, like, bro, we out you. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and be like on some, like, nah. Yeah. And it's like, really, I don't even know. I'm the type of dude where, like, I really try to avoid certain situations because I don't know how far I'm willing to go with it. Like, even though I do have things that are more important to me, I feel like, you know, I got to live for this and the other. Right. I still try to avoid certain situations where I could either be tried or feel like I'm tried. Right. Because it's like, I don't want to potentially go further than, you know, to I'm jeopardizing, like, my lifestyle, my kids, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, because like, it can go deep real fast. Because you, like, even if you divorcing, like, there's still an emotional tie there, bro. Like, she can do what she want to do, but don't put it in my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, handle your business. That's private. Ain't no reason why I should know that y'all fucking if y'all fucking.
Exactly.
You know
especially given our situation. You know what I mean? Like if you know they're going through a divorce, what the fuck? I mean, you know what I mean? But again, like you say, it's all out of spite. It's all out of that humiliation aspect.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We will see.
I guess time will tell.
It shall.
Damn Kim Kardashian, I tell you. She need to keep her damn legs closed, bro. Man. I mean, I'm sorry, man.
All right, you know what? Let me say this, all right? So only reason why I was saying, she, do you? Because like, it's women out here that's not famous fucking the same amount of dudes, you know what I'm saying? If not more. It's just she's fucking high profile men. And we know about it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but there's a way you move.
There's definitely a way you move. Like,
I mean, especially with, no, she got like little girls?
Is the North? They got at least one daughter. They got like 4 kids, right?
Yeah, so something like that. So I mean, like, come on, Kim.
Yeah. It's what
they already can Google you with Ray J. Like, come on, now.
Man, you know what? That whole family is questionable to me. So I
Let me tell you something. Kris Jenner gonna be the next one to come out with her sex tape. Y'all just wait for it.
Kris is I'm thinking about Kylie. Is Kylie the billionaire? The youngest
Kylie is the one that's she's kind of like Kim on steroids.
Really, all the motherfuckers is dusty.
But she ain't got no, what's her name? The one we talking about. Damn, all they fucking names. She don't have any type of sex tapes and things like that. So that's a good look for her, and she is about her money. So hey,
keep it that way.
More power to you, young lady.
Please.
She's a Jenner. Maybe it's a Jenner thing.
I don't know, but that whole man, like, did you see? Look, all right, we need to get to the next topic. I get that, but did you see? I saw a video of was it? I believe it was a Father's Day video. No, what was it? Yeah, it was either Father's, but anyway, it was Bruce Jenner, and they were celebrating. I'm like,
do they tell him that? Do they tell him Happy Father's Day though?
I mean, he's still their daddy,
right?
But like,
there you go.
Oh my god, like that is.
Can't take.
What are y'all doing to these kids right now? But that is the most confusing situation. Like,
how do you post pictures for Father's Day, like Happy Father's Day, and there's no man in the picture? Like that's and
call me
shit.
Caitlin. You know what I mean? Like,
and I'm Kate.
Next topic.
All right. Set us up for this one. All
right. So Britney Spears alleges that her father has been drugging her and forcing her to be on birth control in the recent conservatorship hearing. And she actually wants to have that conservatorship removed from her. Like, bro, this is a heavy topic, bro. Like,
it is deep.
Like when you sent me this, I started just looking at a lot of videos about it. And I had never heard of a conservatorship until I was listening to this content about it from different news broadcasts or whatever. And so then when they saying that, okay, one, this is something that they usually do for older people who, might be having dementia, whatever. They can't make decisions for themselves when it comes to like, their finances, mostly is what he was talking about.
Right.
So if it was her father, right, that had that conservatorship, placed on her during that time when she was having the breakdowns on the concept, like I get it as like, from a financial standpoint of like protecting that legacy, making sure that she don't blow off her money. Cause I mean, we've heard it a million times of people, they have this bag and then all of a sudden they blow it all on some crazy stuff. Like I get it as far as protecting her at that point.
Right.
But what kind of gets me, even when it comes to like, okay, the having kids and all this other stuff, like at that time, I get it. But that was like 13 years ago?
Yeah, 2008 when she went on the conservatorship. Right. 2008. And she only went on it because she was going through a divorce with Kevin. And it's been riding out ever since.
What was it doing that Kevin
Federline.
Federline, that's his name.
That's the one who, Federline. He wanted to take all her money. And I mean, I get it. Like you said, I understand the premise of a protective father to a certain degree, but like there comes a point to where this woman now has to live her independent life.
Right.
And then when you look at the testimony that Britney, gave, I'm going to pull up part of it, but basically she was just like, hey man, I'm a slave to this guy. Like,
and that's really what had
you know what I mean? Like I'm at this point, I'm a slave. Like and she was forced to be on birth control. She can't, start another family again.
Right. Got the
IUD.
That thing, the IUD,
yeah. And then she was, one of the things she said in her case, in her virtual hearing, is that like they have been so well. And let's put this on the screen here.
Yeah.
And this is just kind of her words. They've done a good job exploiting my life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like her life has been exploited. She felt like it should have been an open hearing so everybody can hear the bullshit.
Yeah.
The last time she went to court, she said she felt like her story didn't get told. She felt like, y'all didn't listen to me. And so I get it, man. Yeah, it's a bad situation.
It's tough because when I look at like, okay, this lady was saying how she was working like 7 days a week, 10 hours. I mean, she's still been pulling in a lot of money. You know what I mean? But she couldn't just, live her life. Now I get like, once again, like in the very beginning when you got where, okay, it's national news that she's having this breakdown, doing whatever. Like, okay, I understand trying to have a little control of her then until she's, shown that she's mentally stable. But then when you have where, like, let's say during the court hearing, one of the things that I came across when they're talking about removing the conservatorship is she has to prove that she has to go through psychiatric evaluation, but she doesn't want to do that in order to have it removed. And I'm like, well, that still kind of raised reasonable doubt to me. But either way, it's like this woman should still have, rights over her body. You know what I'm saying? Her finances.
Right. There should be limits to it.
Like, it should be limits to it. Yeah. Like, the other thing that kind of caught my interest is that she didn't want her father being the person that was in control of that. Because aside from the father, there's like a lot of people that's getting paid off of this. And it's like
making
money off of, her slavery. Her, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she even mentioned that too. Yeah.
So, like if nothing else, it needs to be reformed. You know what I mean? Even if it's not completely removed, at least reforming the way this woman can like live her life. You know what I mean? She wants to be married and all that kind of stuff. Like, she can't live her normal life.
She can't move on.
Like, bro, come on now.
I mean, that's just like being a child. I mean, being a child in a grown person's body. One of the other things that she mentioned that was so profound to me is like, hey, I've been working for these last 5-6 years, never missed a date, went to work, did what I was supposed to do. And why am I still being treated like I'm fucking insane?
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah, you have to give some benefit of doubt with that. You know what I mean? Give her at least that, because she could just went off on the deep end. You know what I mean? But
she could have been also, like, fuck this career.
Like, but let's be real, bro. Like, now, I don't know as far as like her owning, masters and all that kind of stuff, but I mean, I'm sure that I would like to think that she has enough assets established, and she's got enough, like, her net worth alone is enough to take her for the rest of her life. But she's been doing it since, like, I think she was a Disney kid. Her and Justin Timberlake, I believe, were Disney kids or whatever, but she's been in the game for like a long time. Like, and she 40 now, 39, 40. Like, let the girl rest. You know what I mean? Like, if she wants to spend the rest of her days daydreaming, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so she 1990, she first auditioned for the Mickey Mouse Club at the age of 8.
Mickey Mouse Club, that's what it's called.
She was rejected for she was too young. Becomes an understudy for the lead role in Broadway, Ruthless. Makes her first appearance at the age of 10 in 1992. 1993 auditions for the Mickey Mouse Club again, and the age was 11. She was accepted alongside co-star Justin Timberlake, Kerry Russell, and Christina Aguilera. So, I mean, a career stemming back from 1990. So you're talking about as long as we've been freaking born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 30 years.
She's been in the game, man.
She's been at this. And so to be treated at this point like she's fucking 10 again is absolutely crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, if nothing else, at least reform it. You know what I mean? Because I like as a dad, I do understand protecting that wealth. Right. Because at the end of the day, like if she's the first one and the only one really generating that kind of income for that family, then like I'd be damned if I let any of my children fuck over our generational. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's like that's still an investment for them parents too.
But hold on before you go too deeper in your thought, because I feel like, hey, the daddy is, if he was a sane dad like you or I that was looking out for the best interest of Britney, she wouldn't be on this conservatorship at this point because he would have acknowledged that she's been to work, that she hasn't been in any trouble, she hasn't done all these things that they're hoping that she don't do. She hasn't even attempted to do it. So at this point, you move on. The problem I think is her dad wants her money, and this nigga don't want to work.
Well, see, I guess the way I look at that too, though, is like, we still, we can't impose our beliefs or our like ways of moving about things onto something when we don't even know what they see on a day to day. So I mean, granted, I don't. So it's like we don't know what we don't know. Correct. So it could be that black and white, but it will, like, his response to her was also kind of weird. It was just like when she said all this stuff about him, it's like, I wish the best for my daughter. I miss her, and just left at that. Like, not addressing anything that she's saying directly, or maybe he's just keeping it for the actual court case. But like, once again, like, I think for me, I just stand on, okay, at least reform it. I don't know what they see outside of what is out here in the tabloids or whatever.
No, I get it. I get that.
If nothing else, do that. Like, let her have some of her life back. You know what I mean? Because working 7 days a week, 10 hours a day, bro. I'll be like, if I do.
That is modern day slavery,
I
dog.
don't get at least a Sunday.
So, hey, somebody ain't gonna be happy being around me.
That's why I hate that army shit.
You know, because army is 7 days, especially
you once you're 24/7, bro. Yeah,
once you're deployed, you're done.
Bro,
you have no freedom.
Like I was in control of my schedule for the most part when I was gone, but it was like I still had to be engaged every day doing something.
Right.
Like admin day was just like a slow day. You know what I mean? So and that was like we still were doing stuff.
Right. But the whole psychological aspect is that you're somewhere completely removed from your reality of life. Yeah. So unless you're deployed stateside, you know what I mean?
Even then you can still be getting it. But like the thing is, like what I expect to happen with her is even if this gets reformed and then she is at least able to like have some kind of control over her life, but she ain't working every day. Like one thing that happened to me when I got back was I was just constantly on go mode still. And then eventually I just had like a hard crash. Like when I tell you like I would just sleep. Yeah. Like just sleeping all the time, tired all the time, not really want to do nothing, just So it's gonna come.
Yeah, and then they're gonna say she crazy again. You know what I mean? Because you don't work the other day.
Right. Or don't let her be done got to where she's, kind of just crash on that and then start eating and having a good time. Then she put on some weight and it's like, oh, look at her now. It's like, I don't know. Let herself go. I hope. But aside from going to negative, I'll say a positive from this is she's definitely gotten a lot of support from fans and celebrities.
Absolutely.
And stuff. From what I saw, even Justin Timberlake was like, sorry about what happened with the past and, the way it looked with the Crimea River and all that kind of stuff. But, fuck all that. Like, we can be behind this woman on this.
Right. So,
that's dope.
10 years old. You know what I mean? They've been 10, 11, 12 years old being around each other. So I think sometimes you got to put beside the bull crap and acknowledge right when you see right and wrong when you see wrong. And we're wishing you the best Britney Spears. Not like you're going to watch this shit, but right. But we have to really, rally behind what is right, man. And wishing Javon,
yes, daddy might be trifling. Daddy might be trifling as hell. Like let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, we got a comment on there.
Yeah, I just happened to catch that one. Yeah, daddy might be a little trifling.
Yeah, as hell. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Stick around. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. We're gonna be talking about what we're gonna be talking about.
Trick Daddy.
Oh,
and
hold
Sam
on.
Beyonce
Is it break time?
Hold on. Let me check. I think we.
No,
we got to hit this one. We got to hit this one.
We
got to hit this one before break time. So let's go and get into it. Let's go and get into it.
All right, let me cue this video right here real quick. We're gonna show y'all what happened. So
Beehive ain't playing with him.
Trick Daddy done went off the deep end, man. Oh boy, this is what Trick Daddy said. Beyonce ain't trying to get back in music. Beyonce don't write music and barely can sing. Her mouth can sell. Beyonce can't
motherfucking
sing. Man, I watched my godmama train Beyonce and give her vocal lessons for years. Man, Beyonce can't sing. After he said all that, this is what he said to defend himself. There you go.
But do not say nothing. Do not do nothing.
Hold on.
That you're ashamed of. Don't say nothing that you're going to have to apologize and recant. And that's how I live my life. So I gave an unpopular opinion and somebody took it the wrong way.
So you gave an unpopular opinion. Do you stand by that opinion? And to be clear, the opinion was that Beyonce can't sing and that she doesn't write her own song.
Beyonce can't sing. I said she can't sing, to be exact.
There's a difference.
To me, a singer is a Stephanie Mills. A singer is a Whitney Houston, a Mariah Carey, a Alicia Keys, and Adele. To me, a singer is somebody that could go to church and have you and give you the word, and somebody that can. I'm from the South, so singing and singing is a different thing. Like I said,
I'm very familiar with this.
I have an opinion. If you don't have an opinion, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And a friend of everyone is a friend of none, and I don't give a damn who's not my friend. I'm speaking my mind. If a lot of people start speaking their mind and telling the truth and being able to express themselves, this world, this country that we live in, this cold place we live in, it'll be a better place to sleep at night.
You said Stephanie Mills and Whitney Houston. If they're a 10, if they are 100, if Stephanie Mills and Whitney Houston are a 100 on the scale, what's Beyonce?
If Stephanie Mills and Whitney Houston is 100, Beyonce's an 85.
Whoa! Whoever your supplier is, King, whoever your supplier is, please give me the connect, bro, because you smoking that good shit, man. Beyonce is only at 85. Oh my God.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Tell me a Beyonce song that have put you in a moment, have made you as a man close your eyes and want to cry or want to be with that girl.
Halo.
And that's why I judge my things about. That's why I judge. That's how I judge music. I think music is supposed to take you somewhere. Music is supposed to remind you of something. It's supposed to deliver you. It's supposed to take you somewhere. It's supposed to get you through it. And that's the kind of things that Whitney Houston and Stephanie Mills music did for me, along with Shirley Murdoch, along with the great late Miss Betty Wright.
As we
Those
lay.
people, they put me somewhere. They got me through it. And maybe it's the choice of songs that Beyonce did.
Okay, last question for you. What do you got to say to the Beehive? Because I see the Beehive out there. I see your Instagram is in shambles. Every post you done made is filled with pictures of bees and comments and people talking about you. What is your message finally to the Beehive?
I wish y'all would have supported me as much. I sold a lot of records, never got nominated for no awards. I ain't crying about it. But as far as the Beehive, good support, man. Good y'all doing. But I grew up with roaches. I'm more afraid of roaches than bees.
You want all the smoke. I respect it. I don't agree with you, bro, but I respect the fact that you standing on your hill and you gonna die on that hill. Trick Daddy, everybody. Thank you.
Talented, very successful person, but I don't put her as my top singers. No.
All right, good brother. Man, everybody, Trick Daddy, thank you for joining me on Black News Tonight.
I respect
said what he said.
I respect this man, bro. So first off,
let's dissect it.
We got a comment that said I would have given her a 70.
All right, let's go ahead and put that up there. Let's find that one right there.
I would have given her a 70. Answer says I would have given her a 70, which I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of siding with Answer on that. Like, from what he was saying in the original statement, or at least what came up in the original statement when he was talking, it was him and a couple of people. It was like, yeah, I mean, she just gets loud. I mean, well, now I ain't gonna lie, like Halo, that song still sits in my head as like the one that kind of like pulls me a little bit. But I mean, I respect what he's saying. Like, and then my thing is, why can't a man just have an opinion? Why can't a person just have an opinion? Because it ain't like people ain't been saying that she can't sing.
Right. That's the deeper.
That's been a thing that's stated. Like, but why are these fans so like? If I can't say that I think X and this person thinks Y without some kind of, you know what I'm saying, unfavorable consequence, then like, dude, like, am I offending you by saying that she can't sing to me?
Right. Exactly. He didn't say factually Beyonce cannot sing.
Because it's subjective.
Exactly. He didn't say that she cannot reach this level of octave of range. He did not say she has no breathing control. He said she can't sing to him.
And then he made a distinction, which is very true. Like, I mean, at least in my little anecdotal experience, I've seen it enough. I mean, I know, when you say singing versus singing,
right? Like,
and then he makes it clear.
Singing is definitely
when you sing. That's that type where it's like
it touches your soul, man. It gets in there.
Like, I've even seen with like I ain't trying to compare my little sister, but like I've had with my sister sang to me just to hit me with something, and I'm like, I cried. Like, even when she was doing a little talent show in high school, like I was sitting here like, damn, like me and my uncle sitting there like, weak as fuck on.
She took you to church,
bro. Like, and sang a Whitney Houston song when she did it. You know what I mean? But it had us in there, and she had like people got up roaring. You know what I mean? Just going in. We were surprised she didn't win. She had like a second place or honorable mention. Whatever. Fuck that damn school. But anyway,
right.
But yeah, man, like we live in a world where people can't have an opinion,
which is very bad.
And that's the real underlying issue with this. Yeah. Like, fuck the fact of this Trick Daddy. Fuck the fact of this Beyonce. Like, people can't have an opinion,
right?
Because what the outcome of this Twitter was attacking this man's business.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I actually.
Wait, so Trick Daddy has a food truck, right? Or do he have a restaurant?
One of the other shit.
I think he has a food truck. And he actually mentioned, I actually cut that video down because it was long as crap.
Yeah.
But he was talking about how folks don't want to work anymore. But no, I get it.
So it said, from the Shade Room's Instagram, it says Trick Daddy's restaurant ratings drops to 2.6 on Google after members of the Beehive flood the reviews.
2.6.
So let me just.
What was it before? I guess we don't know that.
I have no idea. But I'm gonna just skim through a couple of them because it's plenty. Let me see. 1 star. Disgusting food. Seriously though. The service was so bad and the food was so subpar Definitely do not recommend this restaurant. They can't even sing. that was kind
The
of
restaurant can't sing.
I'm like that. The last part was kind of funny to me on that one. They can't even sing with the little B on there.
Oh, boy.
The food was appalling. I've never in my life tasted such filth. The lemonade, on the other hand, was divine.
The lemonade. Hey, they gave
Like,
a shout
y'all
out to
being
the
real
lemonade.
petty. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro. I mean, I can't help but to laugh at like how petty y'all are and how y'all just sliding stuff in like that. But like, come on, now y'all taking foot out of this man's mouth at this point. I mean, I get he might have other, but
just
like
because
y'all ruining this man's business or at least trying to ruin this man's business just for him stating his opinion.
Yeah, I think it's that's just the world we live in. But I agree. The bigger picture and the bigger story is the fact that people have to understand that other people have opinions that may not be their opinion, and it is okay. I mean, everybody's not gonna like everybody. I mean, me personally, I don't necessarily agree with him that the fact that Beyonce can't sing or sing, right?
Sing.
I think that she is a performer first.
I do agree. And one of the best of our time.
You know what I mean? She ain't no fucking Whitney Houston. Absolutely not. To me, Whitney Houston is probably one of the top female vocalists as far as just the range and the creativity with her voice. And then I would say Mariah. Then I would say Ariana Grande because she got some depth. Then I would go. Yeah. I mean, if you really want to talk about octaves and range and
I got a few I need to shout out this.
Go ahead.
First off, Marsha Ambrosius has been like one of my tops for a long time as far as vocalists, and Jasmine Sullivan, which I know, bro. Like I don't care what nobody. Jasmine Sullivan, bro.
She's mad. She's an awesome
cold.
Yeah.
Absolutely cold.
Yeah. And her yeah. I mean, there's so many, but I think that the most important aspect is the fact that we all have an opinion. And I think that people got to get out of this whole this ideology of just cancel culture as well as idolizing people.
Yeah. You worshiping a celebrity, bro. Like Javonda saying they done canceled the restaurant.
Go ahead and click on it. Go ahead and click on it. It should put it on the screen. Will it put it on the screen?
I think you have to do it from yours. Okay. You probably do it from yours. Okay. But yeah, they done canceled the restaurant. Like, but and why should that be? Now, granted, I think he's gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is. I mean, I commend him for standing on his word. You know what I mean? You should. He should. But damn, bro, like, can't even just say, "Hey, in my opinion, she can't sing."
Right.
And leave it at that. She don't move me.
Right, she don't move me.
Like, come on, man. We got to do a little bit better than that.
We do, people, not black people. People, we got to do better, man. And the Beehives, I get it. Beyonce is your God. Is your choice, your pick, your pick. But understand, everybody ain't gonna rock with her. I think she's awesome. And I think she's talented.
I think she's like after Michael Jackson is Beyonce.
Right. Like, especially as a performer. Yeah. I mean,
I don't think we're gonna have anybody like.
I think that though is comparing numbers.
What you mean?
Because that's still subjective.
No, well, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, as far as my opinion, as far as like entertaining is concerned,
got it.
I'm like,
you ever been to a Beyonce concert?
No, but I've seen the video footage.
Okay.
I think as far as like entertainment piece and then like just that level of like stardom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like you got like Michael Jackson is just like boom, and then Beyonce is like literally like barely beneath him when it comes to that or underneath it, whatever. Like it's such a close second, but I don't think you're gonna have. I feel like maybe Chris Brown will be the next closest after that. I don't know, but like
he actually talked about that too. I cut that part out of the video. But he talked about how he actually believed Chris Brown is the new Michael Jackson. And one of the things I will say about that is that I can respect it. I went to a Chris Brown concert and that dude danced. No, me and Nancy. Nah. Actually, it was gifted by my cousin and her husband. And we enjoyed ourselves to the core, man. This guy freaking danced for like 3 hours straight, bro. Like when I tell you this guy has no fucking... He has no drain in his battery. Like he's like the Energizer Bunny, like times two, bro. Like it was great. So I can understand the comparison because Michael Jackson, to me, was not the best singer.
Yeah, I mean, I think his voice could like pull you though. Like that's the thing. I think and it was very unique. Like I don't think.
Oh yeah, very unique. I would choose Prince over Mike, but that's just me.
As far as talent, and then
like just vocal ability.
I would give him that too. But man, when you got a guy who can just stand on the stage, bop, Like,
I
bro,
mean, one move, yeah.
one move, bro,
just a little flinch, and they go crazy.
But
I mean, that's a beautiful thing, man.
yeah, let's go ahead and head on to this commercial break so we get to the next topic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Y'all don't go anywhere. Keep it where you got it. We'll be right. Hold on, let me get my thing right. We'll be right back.
My money, my body, now your own.
It's over your body.
If I tell you, say I love you, oh. My money, my body, now your own, oh baby. 30 billion for the account, yo. Yeah. Versace and Gucci for your body, oh baby. No do, gotta for me. No do, say that, oh. No do, shakara, oh. No do, gotta for me, oh. Girl, you're beautiful too. My number one in tutu. Sipping bruku tutu. For your love it tutu. I go chuku. Biko obianuju. Say you do me juju. Cause I'm feeling the juju. Shake it to you, take it. I wanna dash it to you, take it. You can have it to you, take it. You know I got this in you, take it. I love you. There's nothing above you. Above you. Bridget, you. I like your mini skirt, you. Okay, you carry fancy, you. If I tell you, hey, I love you, oh. My money, my body, now your own, oh baby. 30 billion for the account, yo. Versace and Gucci for your body, oh baby. No do, gotta for me. No do, say that, oh. No do, shakara, oh. No do, gotta for me, oh. Girl, you're beautiful too. My number one in tutu. Sipping bruku tutu. For your love it tutu. I go chuku. Biko obianuju. Say you do me juju. Cause I'm feeling the juju. And you know say nobody only.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Yes, sir.
Hope y'all like that little commercial break there. It gives you something to keep the energy high. So that way, you know, while we go and get us together, you don't have to be just looking at a black screen. So let us know in the comments if y'all like that. Also, drop in the comments what type of music y'all want to hear on your breaks and stuff like that. Also, shout out to any companies that may want that spot. You know, hit us up in IG. Our IG is also in the description of this video. So yeah, let's jump into it, man.
I love how professional you are.
Hey, it happens, man. 26-year-old Instagram model says she wants a hysterectomy because she ain't trying to get pregnant and have that baby ruin her career. Yeah, I kind of ad-lib that, but that's the whole sentiments right there. What you think about that, man?
So, yeah, this lady, her name is Renee Gracie.
I wish I had a picture up there for the people, but
yeah, I actually tried to find her Instagram. I mean, granted, I should have just Googled it, but because when I just typed in her name on Instagram, it was just a bunch of
what's her name?
Fan pages. Renee Renee Gracie Gracie.
Let's see.
There's down there. That link down there. Yeah, boom. Yeah.
Let's see if we can show y'all what this shit look like, man.
Is this it?
That's her right there, bro.
Yeah, that's her. That's her actual page. Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and hit the share. All right, this is the woman we talking about. One thing I don't like about this is this is the one we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I call that shit choose another picture, huh? That's
I mean, it's mostly explicit.
That's all she. Lord have mercy. That's what she.
That was
All right, go ahead and tell us the story, Eric. Tell us the story why we got the woman up here.
I mean, really, it was just that. Like, she didn't want it to ruin her career. I mean, it was pretty much plain and simple. Like, she knew from a young age she didn't want to have kids, you know, and she was like, "Yo, I'm just gonna cancel it altogether."
Right.
So I believe in the whole, my body, my choice deal. You know what I'm saying? I do get that. And I wouldn't knock women for that. I guess for me, the only concern is like, I get that people kind of change over time. Oh, damn, her profile right there. Yeah, the Renee _ Gracie. Okay. It was further down in the link. I mean, anyway, like, yeah, I believe in people having choice of what they want to do with their body. To me, I just wonder if that's ever going to change for her. You know what I'm saying? Because that's such a permanent thing to get a hysterectomy and not being able to have kids after that. Like, it's like stupid rare to be able to get pregnant after that. You know what I mean? But then my other concern is I hope that she has other things that she's, other business ventures that she's pursuing other than just IG model and OnlyFans, because like I just got this yesterday, just overhearing it, but apparently OnlyFans is potentially looking to go towards a more,
more mainstream
platform rather than being something that's geared towards that explicit content, which I hate that it's taking food out of some people's mouths. 'Cause, I mean, they doing what they're doing with that. I respect that hustle. So I guess my thing is I just hope that really my thought process is if she's doing that for that reason, I hope she got other investments in place too. Cause she's only 26, bro. Like,
yeah. She did mention that she does have other things going on, but in a recent interview with Jam Press, she said, "I've known I didn't want children since I was young.
Like,
I was little." Around 7 or 8, I thought other kids my age were crazy and wild. I would look at parents yelling at their kids, and I would think to myself, I never want to have that. I think people make decisions to have kids way too lightly. That's why a lot of people are unhappy in their relationships. I'd rather, have a lot of pets running around, she says. And one of the things that stood out to me in her article is that she actually went to a doctor when she was about 17, having a lot of health problems, health issues, and she said that she had a lot of pains and discomfort, and she actually asked the doctor to remove it. And he started laughing at her, like, "What the hell are you talking about? You're going to remove it? You can't remove it, right? Because of your age or whatever." And then she spoke to other doctors when she was young, and the fact of the matter is, she did comment that men can get vasectomies after all.
I was just about to speak on that.
Right?
Men can get vasectomies after all. My goal has never involved getting married or having kids. I've never dreamt about my wedding day, and I've never once envisioned having children or being a mom. I mean, my thing is, if that's
her body, her choice.
It's like, if this is something that's like, because that doesn't have to be, the ultimate goal for you to be a mom, to have a marriage, all that kind of stuff. Like, it doesn't. I mean,
absolutely.
My views on marriage have changed over time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get it. Like, I don't want more kids, at least, especially as it stands right now. And if her thing is she wants to pursue that lifestyle that she's going for, acquiring her wealth, being able to kind of come and go as she please. Yeah. Hey, like, more power to you. It's just,
absolutely.
I think it's just, hey, I hope whatever you got going outside of OnlyFans and IG is doing it for you, because that OnlyFans thing shut off, and they switched their direction. I mean, that's
right. And but here's the crazy part. She said she's in a committed relationship, and he's always wanted to be a dad. But I think I've shown him my side and opened his eyes up to life without children.
Yeah, but then
how's that gonna work?
I think that you have, the way I look at relationships, right, is you can have like different, like, undebatable differences. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can have some differences like, okay, does this thing that I want matter more than the person I want?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to me, it's like, if having kids or not having kids is a deal breaker for you, then you know what you got to do.
Absolutely. And he's still there. So apparently,
and then
it's not a deal breaker.
And they can work out their own type of situation. If it's like a thing where they like, hey man, look, we in a committed relationship, but if you want a kid, you can have your kid with somebody else. I mean, like, whatever, but I ain't having one. I ain't popping one out. Like, hey, the world is yours. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the possibilities, you limit it to your imagination. So, I mean, you gotta respect the woman's wishes. At the end of the day, that's just how I look at it. Like,
I agree. I mean, it's her body.
If that man want a legacy, hey, you're gonna have to either leave her or work out something else with her, so that you can have that.
Right.
That's how I see it.
Well, much luck to you, Miss Gracie. And best of luck to you in your situation right now. All right, we're gonna go ahead and talk about T-Pain, man. I don't know this story. Eric brought this story to me. I had no idea about this, man. That T-Pain was even. I remember he took like a huge break before he came back and did The Masked Singer. Like, you had never heard. I mean, you hadn't heard of him. Heard from him. Yeah. You hadn't heard from him in like forever. So it does kind of adds up now. Yeah. This whole 4-year depression after that situation. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, Usher was on a plane
with T-Pain.
And
then a flight attendant asked him to come to the back because Usher wanted to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And based on the interview that T-Pain had, he was pretty much saying like, yeah, I went back there just like, yeah, what's up? Because they were friends, you know what I mean? And he saw him as such.
Mm-hmm.
And Usher pretty much said like, yo, bro, like, I mean, you kind of fucked up music for real singers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, like, if he's saying that they were friends, I'm thinking like, was this motherfucker drinking or something? When he said that, like, you know, that's kind of a harsh delivery if it came out in some way how T-Pain expressed it.
Yeah, because he was cold with it. T-Pain was real cold with it.
So what is your opinion on that? Like, as far as him actually ruining music for real singers, and as far as just like, and then what is just your perspective on that leading him into a depression?
So I don't necessarily think that T-Pain ruined music. I think that he created a new genre, a new wave, a new sound. So I'll say that. I think that Usher, if you look at Usher's history, Usher's always been an undercover hater, bro. Like, he hated on fucking Chris Brown.
Yeah.
He hated on Trey Songz.
Yeah.
He hates on anyone that takes food out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And so I think that, you know, T-Pain probably looked at him in a way that it was such a shock.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's just like if you come to me and like, Raymond, man, you do some shit like that to me, I'm gonna be shocked too, because I look at you as a brother.
Yeah.
And so I guess I understand it from his perspective of being kind of like, you know, going into that depressive mindset about it. But I think that I wish he would have acknowledged and looked at the past, at the track record of Usher. Usher ain't never a big ass hater.
Yeah.
So you know, I want to put so much emphasis on it to where it took me into a depression. But then again, I don't know the context of the relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
I mean, it's definitely pictures them together, you know, just kicking it like they in the club or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely empathize for T-Pain with that. Because I mean, let's be real, like, not only did T-Pain create actually, he wasn't even the first person to do auto-tune. That's been going on since like the 70s or whatever. But when he did it, he killed it though. I mean, I was like, in my honest opinion, the only person I feel I wish would just drop auto-tune is Lil Wayne.
Right.
I wish Lil Wayne would leave it alone, because I love Lil Wayne's sound without it. Like, without that kind of whiny, auto-tuney, like, God. But anyway, yeah, like it doesn't surprise me either that he wouldn't say depression, because it's like when you look at the scope of and the influence that he had on it, because when he started doing it, you did see a lot more artists.
Yeah,
but it's like at the end of the day, it's enough money for everybody. You know what I'm saying? If that's the sound that people like and they want to hear it, he didn't ruin it. He might have ruined it for you.
Right. Exactly.
But it was other artists out there still making money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, just because people weren't bumping your shit though, Mo, don't mean that he ruined music for real artists. Because if I listen to the radio right now, it ain't, I mean, I hear vocalists, you know what I'm saying? I hear vocalists. I don't hear people using auto-tune.
But what was crazy to me about the whole auto-tune thing with T-Pain is the motherfucker can sing.
He can sing. I mean, and I was gonna bring it up. But I'm like, okay, but he doesn't showcase his ability to sing that. I think at
least until the Masked Singer.
Yeah, actually, no, I want to say in that Epiphany album, he had one song where he was singing like just straight vocals. So yeah, he can sing. Yeah. Only reason I didn't bring it up because it's like, well, that's not the music that's put out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But my thing is like, why you hating on another man's bag when he can just be? What can you do?
Right.
Just keep putting
and then
out
to
your
pull
music.
me aside on a motherfucking flight, nigga.
On a flight, bro. Like, I'm up here chilling.
Like, you know, so I think T-Pain should have had a little bit more context though.
Yeah, I get it. And the other thing too for me is like, why do you feel the need to tell me that? Like, I don't know, like.
And what the fuck you want me to do about it?
And yeah, that's the next thing. Is like, and what is the expected outcome? Like, should I just change up everything? And
I'm gonna stop because Usher said stop making music.
Like,
get a life.
Take that herpes meat when that herpes meat on some damn well, hating that boy.
Yeah,
but
so big ups, T-Pain. Keep doing what the fuck you doing, man.
Yeah,
and Usher, stop being a damn hater, man.
Please,
but I wish we would have found out about this 4 years ago, because I think the story would have been completely different. I think it would have been people calling Usher out for what he is.
Yeah.
Just a big ass hater.
Yeah, and you know what? I gotta actually, until you say this now, I'm like, I never really. I guess I'm not OD focused on Usher like that. Like, I remember, like, you know, when Confessions was out, and that was like the thing, and then you know, we playing that every time we clean up the house, and it was and Confessions is still one of the greatest albums or whatever. But like, after that, I mean, okay, he had like the you know. That little 2010-ish time frame where he was back on it, like people was really rocking with him or whatever.
But what about R. Kelly could have been just as upset at Usher, because
R. Kelly was looking at it like, I'm finna keep getting my bag. That's how he was.
R. Kelly did the series type thing, Trapped in the Closet. Usher tried to do it with Confessions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So R. Kelly could have been like, hey, you fucking up.
But
I mean,
see,
you know
but
what
that's
I mean?
to me, like that comes from a scarcity mindset almost.
Right.
Because like if you looking at what I'm doing and feel like it's negatively impacting your bag,
Mm-hmm.
then you need to be looking at first off, the fans choose what's gonna pop. The artist doesn't choose that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
so if the fans like that, you can't be
That's
mad
what's
at what
gonna
they
blow
like.
up. Yeah.
And then also like if you living in that scarcity mindset, then you thinking anybody that getting away with what you doing
Mm-hmm.
is fucking it up for real singers, quote unquote. But you got R. Kelly out here still writing music for other people, still putting out music,
Mm-hmm.
and then put out music for years following that
Yeah.
time frame. You know what I'm saying? That people
Yeah.
was bumping in whatever setting. So I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't like. I feel like you really are just coming from a side of just hating and you throwing this shit at somebody who considered you a friend. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if
Hating,
Usher agreed that he considered T-Pain a friend or not.
That would be interesting for us to find out, but we'll never know because I
Yeah.
mean, at this point, I'm sure Usher ain't gonna come out and say, you know, I was a big ass hater.
Yeah, I mean,
but we all can see through it.
Beyonce was still singing. I'm trying who was still like, okay, Beyonce was still doing her thing. You had R. Kelly, you had I'm trying to think who else was R&B artists that
you're trying to round the time when Usher was.
I'm trying to think like hell, Mariah Carey was still putting out music around that time.
Yeah, Mariah Carey, but Chris Brown and Trey Songz were the ones that were kind of and T-Pain was, you know, more in the hip hop.
So even then, right? So you mentioned them two people, like Chris Brown. I'm like, does he have any song with auto-tune? Probably like one, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
But the thing he talked about, I don't know what his beef was with Chris Brown, but I remember specifically there was always, because I think they always tried to compare Usher to Chris.
Well, he should have been passing the baton.
Exactly. That's why there was a lot of conversation about them two, because it should have been, because Usher used to be the baby Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? The one in the shadow, the learning and all that. But
I mean, his time in the sun is over, man. Like, you don't have it forever. I mean, but you got other artists who have still thrived during that time when T-Pain was killing it with the auto-tune stuff.
Right.
You just mad because people ain't rocking with your shit.
That's all it is.
You know what I'm saying? But you an old nigga now. Like, it's okay. They don't want to, like, young teenagers ain't trying to go crazy over Usher. They want to see Trey Songz, Chris Brown and them. They trying to twerk to the Migos and Travis Porter at that time. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't worried about Usher.
Yeah.
It's okay, bro. You done did your thing. You're
you
a legend.
Got your money, bro.
You're a legend. Don't be a hating ass legend.
That's it.
But let's switch topics.
Switch gears, man. Go ahead with that one.
All right. So actually, you know what? You're gonna have to take lead on this one because I'm gonna read the top. I'm gonna read the headline.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. I'm gonna just read it straight from where was it? From the Shade Room. So Sean King accused of creating fake Twitter account to defend his actions.
Oh, you going to that one? Hold on.
Wait, is that
the game?
We hitting the game. What? Wait, what?
The game acknowledged.
Oh shit! I'm okay. Yeah, I think I switched those two around by mistake. But anyway, yeah. So the game acknowledges the lack of fatherhood appreciation from close family and friends.
Ain't that something?
We talking about Father's Day. How did I move that there? Anyway, let me put that back in the right place. So yeah, so the game put out a stream of videos on his Instagram, pretty much acknowledging how the most love he got for Father's Day really came from strangers. You know what I mean? But people who he took care of, people that, you know, he like family and friends he's taken care of over years, really looked out for and know his relationship with his children and how supportive of a father he is, didn't even, you know what I'm saying, acknowledge him. And I think that kind of goes back to the core point of the initial topic we discussed with the whole Father's Day thing. How, like, I mean, you got really good dads here. And I get that, you know, I have my fine-tuned tunnel where I see what I see. And that's not that, and that can't be necessarily a microcosm of the world. But I also feel like it does kind of speak to the how sad it is that dads don't get the appreciation that they do and almost never have. When, like, I have like a Facebook group that I'm in about like Black fathers. So I see this shit all the time. And I mean, the kids, I see enough acknowledgement from them too. Yeah. But the fact that you have to have groups that are like pushing out like this whole fatherhood, we're here. And I'm like, I mean, that wave of like from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s of absent dads, I mean, I feel like that's kind of dissipating now. Yeah. Because I mean, I see dudes all the time, even if they're not an OD active dad, like you still seeing pictures of motherfuckers with their kids, if nothing else. Right. And when you have like people out here doing what they're doing for their kids and they're not able to at least get the acknowledgement from people that are close to them, I feel like I don't care about the strangers as much. I really do care about the people who are impacted by my presence as a father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
And so it's like, give me that, because like I told you, like, I'm not big on celebrating my birthday. I mean, it's weird for me to be celebrated on a day that I just woke up to be alive. But as far as being a father, I work at that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like to some degree I have earned some acknowledgement.
Right.
I don't seek it necessarily, but it is kind of fucked up when you sit on the other side of the fence and it's like, damn, they going in for moms. Everybody and they mama and daddy throwing in some stuff for the mamas. You sitting up here like, damn, I done did all this stuff for my kids, single dad or not.
Yeah.
And
yeah, there's some validity to it.
I ain't getting nothing from the people that are directly impacted by, my fatherhood. Hell, like, he probably was a dad to some motherfuckers that weren't his kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is
we got to do better, man. People got to do better with that. And I agree. I think that it is definitely a bipolar opposite or a polar opposite.
Yeah.
Between the two different days, because Mother's Day start on Friday night, Thursday morning, and it goes all the way to Sunday night into Monday, and we get ours on Sunday, but between 12 and 1,
and we still doing all the work. We're still doing all the work.
But I mean, it's one of those things, man, where I think that as men, we have to just remember. We have to remember that we have to be the provider. We have to be the strong people, and we are not served emotionally as much as women are served emotionally, because they are so quote unquote emotional creatures, whereas men there are some men that are more emotional than others. But yeah, man, I completely understand the game's point of view. I can't necessarily relate, but I understand his perspective, because I mean, my phone blew up on Father's Day. And my daughter, my wife, everybody did their part. My father-in-law, so I think that it is just a matter of the people, unfortunately, every unique situation. You know what I mean?
But he also went to speak on this, the media representation of it, like just seeing, when it comes to like, social media, when it comes to just what you see anywhere, you know what I mean? Just in our experience. Because like I said, like on my end, I can't say that I don't feel appreciated from, people that are extremely close to me, even though our friends didn't say it. But, generally speaking, the people that see it on a regular basis,
they
showed a lot of love, and I praise them for that all day.
Yeah.
But, just speaking on the culture of it, because it's like, even though we're seen as providers and all this kind of stuff, it's like, we're still emotional people. And the problem is, we're not expressing our emotions enough, and it's pretty much like, if it doesn't come out as anger, then it's weak. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. I'm not saying make soft men, but make men that are emotionally intelligent. And and the thing is, I don't think that any guy wants to necessarily be catered to in a certain sense. Well, let me not speak for everybody, but I don't think the guys want to be like pampered to the same extent. But it's more so like, hey man, that's a little acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? Like, just show me that you give a fuck at least. Like, I'm a very simple guy. Like, bro, just give me a card. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to give me no extravagant, a card, maybe a meal, and just some peace and quiet. I'm good. That's how I like to celebrate something like Father's Day. If you want to go do something I'm into, cool, I'm into that. But like, just acknowledgement, I think, is what a lot of us be looking for. And when he's making this point, I think it's like, give us just a certain degree of acknowledgement. You ain't got to be making no spa days for me and doing this. Like, we're going to make all day and all weekend about you. We're going to take you here. Like, just acknowledge, because we have we walk out into this world and fight a lot of battles. You know what I'm saying? As men. So
I agree.
And especially for us to have gotten so much backlash, like for there to be such a big deal with the whole absentee father thing for so long. Now you got dads out here really just killing it. Bro, like, come on now. Like, I feel for him, man. I feel for him.
Well,
thank you, man.
If ladies and gentlemen, if you understand it, make sure next year you make a difference, make a change, and show support. And I think for me too, like, I personally try to check myself. Like, I should have done a little bit better for other fathers too, though. And I think it's just self-accountability, man, being consciously aware of the decisions and things that we're doing, and how we're moving. You know what I mean?
All right. Next topic.
All right, so we're gonna knock it down. So we're talking about Sean King. I'm gonna go ahead and put some visuals on the screen so you guys can follow along in the story. If you don't know who Sean King is he's a it's hard for me to even explain who this guy is, especially after knowing this story. But Sean King hosts a podcast called The Breakdown, and he was and is a person that advocates for justice for people that are treated in a basically people that are killed by police brutality or some type of social injustice, he is the person that tries to bring attention to it and raise money and fundraise and try to help the families. And so we got this accusation that's coming out now from Samir. Hold on, let me not mess
Samaria
Rice, the mother of Tamir Rice, a 12-year-old kid that was shot in the park with a toy gun. And basically, I'm gonna read it from the screen. You can also read it on, you can see it on the screen as well. So addressing King, Rice wrote in Tuesday's Instagram post, why do you think it's so important to tell folks we had a conversation? Well, we talked about everything that was said was very toxic and uncomfortable for me to hear, that you raise additional money and then say you did not want to bother me. Sorry guys, my screen is far away. She continued, personally, I don't understand how you sleep at night. I never gave you permission to raise nothing. Along with the United States, you robbed me for the death of my son. Rice remarks about King were referenced to a recent podcast episode King posted on his website Tuesday titled episode 469. I spoke with Samaria Rice this past week. The episode have since been deleted and is not listed amongst the episodes of the breakdown with Sean King, which are still available. King responded, it was much needed. It was a much needed conversation. I learned a lot, listened a lot, shared my heart, and pledged we would continue to fight for justice and accountability for Tamir. King wrote in an episode description. In another big post, King described how Rice finally reached out to him recently after many years of knowing about his work. Samaria first acknowledged that she was aware that I had reached out to her over the past few months through several different channels. And she spoke for a good 20 minutes. She spoke for a good 20 minutes about her pain, her frustration, her questions, and her struggles. King wrote, she acknowledged that she was aware that I had written an article about Tamir across the years and raising money for her family. Long of the short of it is, for the past 7 years, he said he's left her alone. He said that was a mistake and he should have never left her alone. He, I guess, could have kept her abreast. But Rice disputed the accounts of the previous conversation. You gave me a cop and donut conversation. All lies, Sean. Please stop thinking we are on the same page, she added. As a white man, we'll touch bases on that in a second. Acting black, you are an imposter that cannot be trusted. My son was 12 years old. The Department of Justice needs to reopen his case, period. Tamir human rights was violated. Why would you so ever make it about you? Hold on. Why would you that's just it. And about you, you are selfish, self-centered person, and God will deal with you, white man. King has stated several times that basically his mother has told him that his daddy, so the man that signed his birth certificate was white, but his mom is saying that that's not his biological father. His biological father was actually a light-skinned black man. Samir Rice also stated that Black Lives Matter groups need to stop using her son's name. All of the families should be getting therapy, and all of them should be getting the tools to speak for themselves, not have people speak for them, Rice said. She is currently seeking to have Tamir's case reopened, saying that a conviction would offer healing for their family. Let's speak on that. All right. So I'll open it up with my thoughts.
Hit me with it.
I think that the reality of the situation is that this guy, Sean King, has went through a lot when it comes to his identity. Mm-hmm. He's been basically outed as his mom is white, mm-hmm. and his dad is supposedly black. So, but his mom is white and his dad on the birth certificate is white, but he presents himself as a black man. So a lot of people have said that he's just a liar and he's actually white. And my issue with him is the fact that if so many people are coming at this guy about the way he's raising money for folks and not sending sufficient amount of money, not keeping sufficient records, and the family not even giving him the authority to do it.
That's what I was about to get to.
That's some bullshit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you got to acknowledge it when it happens. It's wrong, bro.
Yeah.
You know, point blank, period.
You building the platform off of other people's, you know what I'm saying, issues, and they're not being compensated or even, you know, pulled into this in any way. Like, they're not a part of it in any way.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. Like, you out of line. Like, don't be making profit out of my tragedy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then making fake Twitter accounts to defend the action.
Absolutely.
Like, bro, like, now you looking guilty.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If that's the case, you're accused. If you're actually making fake Twitter accounts, now I got reason to think that you're on some bullshit.
Absolutely.
You should be able to just argue with facts. But my thing is, okay, as a man, regardless of your race, if you out of line, bro, just say, okay, I fucked up, my bad. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, what are you doing with the money? What are you doing with those donations?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly, he's only paid her $60,000, and he's been raising money since Tamir passed away.
So 7 years ago, or in the proximity of that time, you've been raising money. Bro, I feel like that woman got every right to say, you know, how she wants, you know, her family. I mean, granted, I get it's public information, but yeah, like if I'm not a part of the money raising or part of, if like, do she even like give me access to the damn account?
Right.
If nothing else, you know what I'm saying? And let me use my platform, whatever it may be. Even if I'm just a woman out here seeking justice on my own, I ain't got to have no huge following with me. I got me and my family, my close associates, whatever. Bro, like, fall back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds like you just trying to grab something. I mean, you on that Dr. Umar school shit right now. Like, if you ain't doing nothing with it.
Yeah, I think it's tragic, and I hope that this is the opportunity for him to wake up.
Yeah,
and I mean, because everybody can't be lying on this man.
Nah, bro, just own your shit. My bad, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, even granted, I don't know. I mean, I spoke with Dr. Umar, but that nigga be getting mad about what folks talk about it. But either way, it's like, look.
Yeah, I don't know much about him, man. I've heard his name over and over and over and over and over
he's
again.
Smart as fuck. Like, but I mean,
I've heard challenges that he's not a doctor.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I don't care to look into it, be honest with you, but like, the school thing is what people been really getting on him about, because he hasn't produced a school yet, but get mad people ask him about it. It's like, bro, just show the receipts of what's going on. Just keep people updated. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
What is? I mean, now we're going a little bit off course, but what school? What school?
So he wanted to make. Was it like the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy or some shit to that? Some names. I said, let me not disrespect it, because I like the idea for the most part of what he's trying to do.
Right.
I like his intentions with. If what he stated in the past, from what I heard, is true, I like the intent of it, and I like where it could go. Yeah. But yeah, had received, was it supposed to
be built in the United States? Yeah. Or was this another country? Okay.
In the US, I believe in Philadelphia actually, but whatever. Okay. But yeah, had raised like somewhere around like $2 million. I mean, I'm not finna sit up here and try to pull the exact number. I know it's at least like $1 million, $2 million that he raised. He's saying he needed a certain amount of money for it, but you know, he was mad that he didn't get a certain amount of money raised for it at one point, saying whatever about black folk, because you know, other cultures would have gotten the money in no time. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, like, you know, celebrities wasn't. Let me not even go too deep on that. But either way, it's like whenever he's challenged about, you know, where's the school? Yeah, it's like he get mad about, like, bro, people just want to see where their money is going. If you as a business owner, or me as an investor, put our money in something, we want to see what it's doing, even if it's not going the way I hoped it would. At least I know
that accountability is there
for it. You know what I'm saying? That dollar has the actual trail, not just I know I put in 500, I know I put in 20, I know I put in 10, I know I put in 1,000. And I ain't heard nothing yet. I ain't seen nothing yet. You know what I mean? But
Sean,
bro, is
take the L, bro.
And just own it, bro. Just
own it.
Just get that woman that money. Something.
Yeah.
Like,
and stop fundraising for Tamir Rice's family. They don't want your help. She's told you that she don't want your help. She's told you that Black Lives Matter, she don't want your help either. She wants the tools necessary to get her son's case open and justice for her son. And that should be what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his mom. So at this point, y'all need to respect it and move the fuck on.
Yeah.
So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to move the fuck on too.
Right. Yeah, let's do that.
So Texas
got arrested.
$50,000.
$50,000.
Get y'all lazy ass up and get. Now, let me tell you something. In September, all of y'all that's on that that extended unemployment or whatnot, y'all gonna be shit out of luck come September. I think that's when it really, really, really runs out. And y'all gonna have to go down here to this Texas restaurant. They are actually allowing, though, teenagers. That's what makes this story unique.
It's Lane's Chicken Fingers. And let me see if I can find it. So like one of the guys was saying, like, we're so thin on leadership that we can't stretch anymore to open more locations. And this is what Garrett Garrett, whatever his last name is, told the Wall Street Journal during an interview. He said, "I've got a good crop of 16 to 17-year-olds, but I need another year or two to get them seasoned to run stores." And with that, with that being said, like, yeah, they're offering $50,000, $50,000 selling.
That's
bro.
Right.
Could
That's
you
awesome.
imagine 16, 17?
Boy.
Even if it's like, let's say, okay, you getting trained up at 16, maybe 17, you come in the game at like 19, 18, whatever, making $50K.
Oh yeah,
bro,
that's a leg up.
Bro.
Especially if you can work it out to where you can, you're still in school, you're learning some, getting some actual tangible education, but yet you got this money over here,
bro. Like
that's a good start.
Like at that point, if I knew that I had a kid that could be up for that management position, granted, you have to be financially savvy, have a little bit of financial education. It's like, all right, boom, you get in there, you just grind out whatever overtime, whatever extra money you can get for that. I mean, it's salary, so yeah. Like, anyway, it's like whatever you get,
overtime.
Look, I'm saying salary. I'm saying overtime for damn salary, but anyway, like, yeah, grind it out, get that bread or whatever, right? And I'm like, bro, we finna like just have him set himself up for the future because he may not want to stay there. And maybe 50,000 might be not too far from the cap for him. You know what I'm saying? But either way, it's like if he wants to move up if there is upward momentum for him, okay, cool. But if nothing else, you finna grind it out. You finna stay. You finna live here,
right?
You can get the basement or whatever. You finna live here. You finna stack that up and you finna invest that shit in something else. You finna have where your financial stability is set for the rest of your life, to where you can do what you want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can take if this man if you at 18 can drop. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say after taxes, you get. Let's say, okay, after taxes, after, having your fun, whatever else, and whatever personal liabilities they may have at that early age that they might build up on their own. Okay, they probably want to get a car. Let's be real. Bro, you can still be them pulled back like at least 25 and have it just sitting, even if you just put in a damn mutual fund, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, get something going to where you setting yourself up for life.
Yeah.
That's just it. Like, that's pure opportunity right there. Because I wasn't making $50K until like,
it took a minute, man. It took a minute. So big shout out to that restaurant, ladies and gentlemen. What's the name of the restaurant?
Let me go back to it. Shout out to Lane's Chicken Fingers.
Lane's Chicken Finger.
LAYNE '.
Did it say what part of Texas?
Let me scroll back through it. And the guy's name is Garrett Reed.
Yeah, so y'all definitely go out there and support Lane's.
Scroll through that thing. We just know it's look. You just Google Lane's Chicken.
There you go.
You'll
Google
find
it. Lane's LAYNES. LAYNES.
You'll see where it's at. You'll see where it's at.
Go and support them, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. They paying the kid, man.
Outside of that, I mean, taking it on the other side. Now, this story right here is crazy. This story right here is a Florida woman discovers
Florida people, man.
They so damn lucky down there, huh? I ain't getting no luck when I was down there. Florida woman discovers almost $1 billion in her checking account. Says she's having trouble returning it. Imagine that, waking up and having $1 billion in your account, bro.
And what got me with this story first off, bro? Like she is afraid. Like I don't want to touch it. I want to return it. They give me
out my account.
Like, and ain't nobody getting back to me. All that kind of stuff, man. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I was like, what? Thank you for the blessings. It's like I would have at least waited like after I done did my due diligence. And I done waited for like let's say a month. I'm not finna beg y'all to take this money, but really a month is really pushing it. To be honest,
you gotta look at the statute of limitations.
I'm really about to say if nothing, y'all ain't even did at least bit to freeze the account and just give me my money,
right,
bro? Like, all right,
I don't even know what's wet now. At this point, I'm just spinning. I'm just
right.
I'm swipe.
At this point, I am no longer.
I'm not accountable for what's gonna happen. At this point,
it's like, look, it may have been some kind of sweepstake going on or something like that. Blessings, the universe,
blessings,
is raining blessings on me. God is raising blessings on me,
Absolutely. Well, let's catch a quick break, man. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna have Erik giving y'all some game on this stock stuff, man. So keep it where you got it. We'll be right back.
This one no be testimony. If I put your leg for the one corner there, it's a chale girl, miss my leg, melanary for end for the one corner there, the one corner there, 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 corner there. Something zamina. I said ben krana yentimida. I saw ben krana mumida. Zamina. I saw ben krana yentimida. Utuna krana utiatia.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back. That was a short one. We just wanted to catch our breath for a little bit.
Yeah. I can brush over these notes right quick so I don't be looking stupid up here.
Right.
All right. So we're back on for another week with our special segment where I go over some stock information. You know what? Look, let's go ahead and pop this off now. This disclaimer: I am not an advisor, financial advisor. This is all education. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm just out here throwing information. I know there's a lot of people out here that want to, find other ways to grow money, create some form of wealth for their families and themselves, change their lifestyle. So, hey, we're just throwing out little gems here every episode to help you guys with your journey. So, one thing that came to me recently and a couple months back was IPOs, IPO investment, IPO trading, all of that, right? So, first off, I still stand on it. People need to stop just looking for the gamble. Stop looking for the magic stock that's gonna just pop. Like people giving examples like, oh yeah, if I could have hopped in on Amazon or whatever. Look, hindsight is always 20/20. So stop bullshitting yourself and thinking that, okay, IPO is the way you should go. If you know that you're not willing to do a certain amount of due diligence on this company as far as, learning what the company offers, what economic moat they have on other companies in that same lane, are they just in a lane of their own, whatever, leave it. But if you're going to trade IPOs or invest in IPOs, there are things that you should consider. Like if I were to invest in IPO, first off, I would say find an IPO calendar. So if you just Google IPO calendars, hell, a lot of people don't even know what an IPO is. So actually, IPO stands for initial public offering. So that's pretty much when the company goes from private to where you can invest them in the stock market. But yeah, going back to it, find an IPO calendar. You can see all these different companies that have their expected IPO. And then from that, you make your selections. And yeah, use Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance to look at, income statements, look at what performance you can see from this company before they actually go public to see if that's something that you want to invest in. But yeah, if you go into the financials tab in Yahoo Finance, you'll be able to find whatever you need with that. See if there's any hype. Like that's usually going to be the biggest thing is like, look at what hype is building up behind this company. Are people excited about it? Because when you're doing this, you have to be thinking the long game, right? If you do it, you have to be thinking that, okay, do I actually believe in this company 10 years from now? If not, don't waste your time. Because even if you get into that, people see those explosions that usually happen with some companies. And it's like, but you have no way of really predicting that. If it's a lot of hype, okay, cool, you might see it. But it's still a might. You have to be thinking 10 years from now because what will happen is, regardless of what happens with that stock, if you invest in an IPO, there's going to be a lockdown period or a lockout period, whatever the correct term is, but where you can't touch that money. You know what I mean? And they do that to kind of keep some kind of regulation or whatever. And then one thing that I believe in, it's on investopedia.com. If you look into the lockout periods for IPOs, they'll even tell you historically, whenever that lockout period is over with for a company, the stock still is almost always going to see a 1 to 3% drop. And that just goes to show, how it takes enough move. It takes a sizable movement in share in people like selling their stocks to see a stock drop 3% in a single day. That's a lot of movement. But yeah, it's just stick to actual core trading and investing principles. Don't just go in here looking for the lottery ticket because it's not going to create any type of real success. You can have when you come up off of it. It can happen. But when you're looking to really change your life, you're looking for consistent wins, bro, like just do the work. I know that it might seem like people make a lot of money with stocks overnight, but it's really with work that's done over long periods of time. So respect that craft and just do the work. If you want to get lottery tickets, go to the gas station, get you a scratch off, do whatever else you got to do. But this is not the way to do it because you will lose money playing that game. Other piece of advice that we want to go into, so going from IPOs to the next thing is people want to get into investing and trading. I always recommend to not do it alone. And what I mean by not doing it alone is find, investment and trading groups. There are plenty of people out here that have programs for sale, and they at least give you a roadmap of where to direct your study. You can you can build your foundation and then know from there where to go. Is it going to make you a master overnight? No, that's usually not going to be the case. However, you at least know where to direct your study, have some kind of grounding to stand on, rather than just going on YouTube and just not knowing where, what, you know what I mean? Usually they're gonna cost. Like they're gonna. You have a lot of people putting out free content. Yes, that is true. But to really get the most out of it, they're gonna have premiums. Like it could be something as small as $20 a month for a group. They could be as expensive as $10,000 for the year. I've seen it go both ways. But either way, there's a lot of value you can take from it, and it's an investment in yourself. It's an investment in yourself and your family's growth. So yeah, do that, because you can't see the entire market all the time. So why even try? Like, get with people who have been doing what you're doing. You'll see other people throwing out ideas. You'll have educational content being pushed out. You'll have access to a lot of resources that you wouldn't even think to even seek out. It's just going about it on your own. You got YouTube. Yeah, some of the YouTube channels that I personally take a lot of information from, whether it's actual stock information or overall market climate, whatever, or even just investment strategy ideas, whatever, and trading strategy ideas. So yeah, Dr. Boyce Watkins, one of his YouTube channels, the Black Financial Channel, he pushes out, almost every day, just several videos relating to economic content, stock related content, whatever. He's a finance professor, or was a finance professor, for about 13 years, and just puts out so much content for people for free. He does have his paid programs as well. I listen to Jim Cramer from CNBC regularly to get recommendations, to get a good feel for the overall market climate. You have Earn Your Leisure, and you have Wall Street Trapper, and the list goes on. Like, you have so much free content, and a lot of these, other than Jim Cramer, the other three that I mentioned, so the Black Financial Channel, Earn Your Leisure, and Wall Street Trapper, they all have free content they put out, and they also have paid content. But trust me, if you're going to pay for it, it's worth the investment. People have to get out of the mindset of thinking that they can not invest anything into themselves and become a millionaire. If you want it, get it. Don't sit up here and expect to get something without some form of investment. You're going to always invest time and money in anything you're trying to do. That's just what it is. So moving on to the next thing, my primary trading watch list. Really has been the same. It's been Virgin Galactic, so SPCE, ticker symbol, Fubo TV, FUBO, Beyond Meat, Pinterest, Shake Shack, and the new addition is Asana, or ASAN for that ticker symbol. It's been a lot of good movement for space. Virgin Galactic actually had a huge takeoff yesterday, where the stock went up about 41%. Definitely ate off of that. But a lot of this is overall good week in the market. But yeah, if you guys are interested in my primary trading list, that's what I have. So I'll just throw out the ticker symbol so that we can have that in our watch list. So SPCE for Virgin Galactic, Fubo TV, FUBO, Beyond Meat, BYND, Pinterest, PINS, Shake Shack, SHAK, and Asana is ASAN. This has been your special segment with Eric.
I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got something out of that, man. I know you did. I'm on the background taking my notes over here, doing tech stuff. We're going to grab a quick break, let Eric reset. Y'all follow him. Also, his IG is on the ticker at the bottom. Follow him on the IG. He'll be obviously doing other things outside of just this show and being able to give you guys some insight, man. So we'll be right back. Y'all don't go anywhere. Keep it where you got it.
Let's go.
I want to love you, baby. I love you, baby. I want to love you, baby. So make you dance for me. I want to love you, baby. I love you, baby. I want to love you, baby. So make you dance for me. I want to kiss and hold you, baby. I hold you, baby. I want to kiss and hold you, baby. So make you whine for me. I want to kiss and hold you, baby. I hold you, baby. I want to kiss and hold you, baby. So make you whine for me. Hey, dance for me, mommy, dance for me. Mommy, dance for me. Mommy, dance for me. Oh, dance for me. Mommy, dance for me. Mommy, dance for me. Mommy, dance for me. Oh, wine for me. Mommy, wine for me. Mommy, wine for me. Mommy, wine for me. Oh, wine for me. Mommy, wine for me. Mommy, wine for me. Mommy, wine for me. Hey.
If you're feeling me, I'll be feeling you. You understand? Like bad skin, no darling in this place. You understand? No sleeping on fire.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Hello.
So I gotta tell y'all something, man. This story is absolutely crazy that in 2021, that the man you see on the screen is actually getting arrested again. Jesse Jackson was arrested along with about 20 other protesters at a peaceful demonstration over at the Capitol, U.S. Capitol on June 23rd for the voting rights bill that have yet to pass in Congress.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, imagine that type of a life, dude.
Bro, like this man is.
He's a predecessor of Martin Luther King, dog, and Martin Luther King been dead. I mean, it's actually just unreal to believe that Jesse Jackson is still having to go to jail this old. I mean, it's crazy, but they don't care, man. These folks don't care about that. Throw you in jail, man.
79 years old, man.
79.
This man is wow. Yeah. That's pretty much like that Bill Cosby type life at that point. Like you that old going to jail. Granted, it's not like he was sentenced to years in prison or anything like that. He'll probably be out next week. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably a few hours. The poor people #Poor People's Campaign protested over at the over the filibuster. Next thing I knew, Jesse Jackson and Pastor Dr. William Barber II was arrested. As reported on the Griot, Democrats' sweeping attempts to rewrite the U.S. election and voters law suffered a major setback in the Senate on Tuesday, blocked by the filibuster wall of the Republican opposition to what would be the largest overhaul of the electoral system in a generation. You know them Republicans weren't gonna have that,
right?
You know they weren't gonna have that, man.
I'm looking at it like this though, man. Like I feel like this is my personal take. I don't know if you agree or not. Mm-hmm. Like he just needing a reason to live at this point, man. Like it's like he just it's like he ain't got
for
enough.
Sure.
I mean, because at that point, bro, 79, you should have been passing the reins down, bro.
Yeah,
like, you should have
like he got a son too, like the third or something.
It's like, but if you're gonna be out here, you need to be enjoying your years.
Yeah,
like your whole life ain't got to be no damn fight. And I ain't saying that he ain't still, he ain't enjoying. I don't know what he doing in his personal time.
Yeah,
but 79, bro, like
you
should be sitting backfield, just throwing advice, throwing game to people. I guess he feel like his image still matters too, but like, I mean, somebody I'm very fond of is Claude Anderson, and I'm like, dude, I mean, he has the years of, putting in work where he's on, media platforms, doing the stuff on the political side, all that. Now it's like, he giving out game from his house on YouTube, you know what I mean? On other people's platforms. So
there's a
you
way
got to make that transition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like let them young folk out there and do that fight, bro. Like just.
Yeah, you need to be somewhere virtual, goddamn. You better tune in. I mean, you
like,
cyber me in
your
to the
whole
rally.
life is solely about the fight. Like,
I
mean,
But like you said, I think it has a lot to do with the will, man. There is a certain thing to me, the will to live. Like you got to have a reason to wake up every day. And after you've raised your kids and they've gone on and they're doing their own thing, and your grandkids are with them, and you do have to have something to wake up to look forward to.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for him, it is the equality for everybody, and it's something that he's comfortable with.
I wonder. So I mean, I don't look into that with Jesse Jackson, but like I wonder if he's attempted to partner with any of these younger organizations.
I sure hope so.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because he could even be an advisor to them and just be affiliated with them, or at least, I mean, you know what? Let me just not even go too deep on it because it's too many things that are just like unknowns. You know what I mean? For that, or these other things to consider. But thank you for your work.
Absolutely.
Over the years, I know people have their own opinions about you. I'm not here to express any of that or speak on what other people feel.
Right.
Keep doing your thing,
sir. Keep doing your thing, sir. And I appreciate your effort. And that's all we can say about it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Your legacy will live beyond your years.
For sure. Absolutely. So, He's made an impact. Well, this is the fun part of the show.
Let's get to it.
Do you see this? Our social media commentary on ridiculousness. We're about to pull up some stuff for y'all right now that is just plumb crazy.
Yes, sir.
And it's things that we've seen over the last week in social media, things that have come up. So we're gonna start out with this one right here, the text message chain.
All right, let me pull it up on my all right, quick.
We're gonna move this out the way for y'all so y'all can see that.
What happened to it? Wait, did the third one get moved? You know what? You're gonna have to just pull up on the screen because
for
whatever
reason
reason
this
on my
big.
like they got moved, rearranged.
All right, so
I don't see the third post.
it was the same one.
Right,
I read it. It was 3 that you.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, cool. All right, so this is a conversation between a guy and a girl. The girl got flued out.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna read. All right, so this is the guy starting the conversation after the girl should have landed, and then we'll just go from there. All right, y'all just follow along.
And real quick before you go, I want to preference the people to let y'all know I have not read this. So if I make crazy faces or say something outburst, I'm sorry.
All right, so hey you, are you checked into the hotel? Let me know what's going on. I called you 3 times. What the F? Why am I saying what the F like I don't be cussing her? What the fuck? But anyway.
Right, we want to stay on YouTube, so we'll censor a little bit.
Her response: I'm so sorry. I just checked in 30 minutes ago. My phone was charging because it died. I'm getting out of the shower now. He says, bet I'm on the way to see you. She says, huh? All right, first pause, bitch.
What?
Like, what you mean, huh? All right, anyway. Let's just get the whole thing in there before we start.
All right.
What you mean, huh? I'm on my way to hang out with you. Is that an issue? Her. Hang out in what way? Him. Tessa, we've been talking for 5.5 months. I flew you out here and got you a hotel. I want to see you, babe. Why you acting brand new? She responds, it's late. I don't want company tonight is all. I'm tired. It's literally after midnight. He says, oh, okay, I'll be over there in the morning then. I'll let you sleep. She says, over in the morning just to hang out as friends, right? Over in the morning just to hang out as friends, right? He says, can we FaceTime? And she's like, my phone is still charging. Him, why are you acting different? Do you not want to hang out? I didn't know we was just friends, in quotations. I would not have flown you out. I don't fuck with my friends. Oh, I don't fuck with my friends. I'm sorry. We've been sending news and sexting on FaceTime. What am I missing here? She says, I feel like we were rushing things. I don't want to have sex or anything. Just hang out as friends. It's so if that's okay. You're amazing and a good friend, and I don't want to upset you. And he says, upset me? I'm livid. I paid over $1,000 for you to come out here. I don't do that for friends. You know what? You know what? No worries. Since we're friends, I need my money back. $977.56. So let me actually find it. I think I got it on my phone.
Okay. Because
there is a third piece of that where she.
All right. So while you cue that up, I'm just gonna get my commentary on this. While you bring that up.
It ain't gonna take but a second. Hold on. Because I know where it's at.
So real quick, y'all. First of all, the girl is crazy as hell to think that somebody is gonna fly you out and just interject me when you got it up.
All right, I got it up now. So
go ahead.
All right. So then she says, so now that he's saying he want that money back, she says, I don't have that. Why are you acting this way? I just want to take things slow. Please don't be mean. He says, taking it slow. What do you taking it slow? Would you taking it slow would mean me not flying you out here. You played me. So checkout is at 12 p.m. tomorrow. I'm canceling the other two days. Also canceling the flight back. You can figure it out on your own. She says, wow. So this is how you do people? I don't have money to get home. At least allow me to fly back. I'll check out tomorrow. He says, nah, lose my number and have a nice life. Then she responds, she going back to back. Now she says, I'm sorry. Next message. You blocked me? Next message. Please pick up. Next message. I don't have the funds to get home. Next message. Shaking my head.
This bitch is crazy.
Is this that girl from Atlanta? that girl that came out for what was it? All-Star Weekend, whatever weekend that was, and she had to do the Hey Fund Me to the GoFundMe to get back home.
Damn.
All right. Go ahead. Do you think? What you got? What you got on that?
I just think that this is just crazy. How do you not know what? Okay, Y'all ain't had no conversations about this shit, man. Like there was no expectation. You get somebody on the plane and well, I do think it's a little weird. Why he if I'm flying you to my city, you staying at my house. There ain't gonna be no hotel.
Well, he probably was just trying to
be a gentleman or some shit.
No, I'll say had a hotel. I mean, he probably didn't want her knowing exactly where she stay at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be quick to let nobody know where I live. I mean, you know how it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, but like, because hell, even my friends don't be knowing where I'm at. But my thing is, what happened to the age of women or the type of women who will say, you know what, that's a bit much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you accept that type of gift, that caliber of gift, you giving up cheeks. So you expected me to fully invest into, you know, seeing you and all this other kind of shit, and you can't make that small deposit of giving me some time and some ass.
Yeah.
Like you really wilding right now.
Wilding like a mother lover. This right here is how people get their ass beat. And this is here's what I'm saying. Please understand what I'm please people understand what I'm saying when I say this. As a woman, do not put yourself in that situation. That is dangerous as hell, man.
So dangerous, bro.
Like, why would you do that?
Like this man,
Come
it's
on.
like I mean, because even considering like, okay, you stuck. This man know what room you in. You can't get nowhere. You probably don't know nobody. I imagine if you getting flued out, and you're gonna lie, and then had the audacity to think, okay, well, he can spend all this money on me and invest all this effort into spending time with me in person, and we already been on this whole like sexing and all that other kind of stuff. Now you want to drop the friends thing, like. We can be friends with benefits, but you finna give up that ass. Like, like if you thinking you not finna fuck, like I almost feel like it shouldn't have had to have been explicitly stated, but it's like, bro, like, and I get the whole, my body, you know, you can't say this, but bro, like there's a certain degree of this decency.
Right.
And it's like, come on now, you finna sit up here and let this man do all of that and think that he's supposed to be like, oh, we're friends. Like, what kind of simp you take this man for? He was very much right. I think that was the best way he could have handled it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was
everything.
A very mature way of handling it in that situation. Because I don't necessarily know. I mean, I probably, you know, being the type of person I am, number one, I'm not gonna put myself in a bigger situation.
Yeah.
So you did, whoever this is, you did the right thing.
Very
Cancel
much.
that shit. Let her figure that shit out.
We honor you, Ken.
Bye,
we honor you, Ken, because that bitch is trifling.
Trifling ass.
I wonder how she got home.
Oh, all right. I'll read this one. Imagine being born because your mama. I'll read like I said. Imagine being born because your mother needed $40.
Hey, it's a lot of us that's born as mistakes, bro.
but cop the amount. So you better be old as fuck if she gave it up for $40.
Man, look.
I mean, you better be born in like 1979, 78.
Look, at least your mama didn't get ran through and it didn't go to a good cause.
Right.
That $40 went to something. That $40 went to something. So
damn, ain't that some shit?
I mean, Jesus, $40, bro. Like. Now, imagine like, okay, so what would you consider worse, right? Let's rank. Let's rank them. So being just a general mistake,
right?
Being a baby that was born out of like a rape, being born because your mom needed $40. How would you rank them?
What was the first one?
Shit, I forgot.
Damn, I rape.
Being a general mistake, like knowing that. Okay. How about it? Let's put a twist on that. Your mama wanted to abort you. So you didn't. So your mama got pregnant. You was an oops baby, but she would have got but it was an oops baby that made it through because she couldn't afford the abortion.
Okay,
she couldn't afford the abortion. So that's the first one. Second one is being a rape baby.
Okay,
and the third one is
needing
$40.
Okay, so definitely the first one would just be an oops baby, needing $40. And then being a rape baby. I think being a rape baby is just fucking horrible, dude.
So you would say that that's the worst?
Yeah.
Of the bunch?
Yeah.
Being a rape baby? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, imagine if you look like the raper, bro. Like if you came out as a man and you was a fucking twin to that guy. Like that would just be traumatic.
That would probably be traumatic for her mom. Yeah.
Like she probably would be in like some psych shit, like some hospital type shit.
Yeah. I mean, ideally she would have hopefully gotten some therapy along the way.
Yeah, along the way.
But
especially if that motherfucker let you like.
Yeah. She gonna need it because boy, you talking about whew. But yeah, that $40 though, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of women out there that'll get that ass up for $40, bro.
It's all about dating
that's
women
really low.
That fit into your economic stance.
Somebody need to coach her to raise her fee $40.
Hey,
damn,
man,
mama.
look,
why 40 though?
But if she, it depends on your lifestyle.
Just depend on your lifestyle.
People ask what they think they worth.
Yeah.
So if she getting that $40 and that's enough to change her life, get her to the next week. Hey, I mean, or get up through the month. Hey.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be a little game for some of us. All right, what's the next one? Can a man make a woman happy without money? Let me see. Look, I feel like, I think so. There are ways to make a woman happy without money, but I would say, I don't think that you can exclusively. I can't think that you can like isolate money from the equation. I think that money is a part of it.
Right.
So I think it's more so like, what are you doing? Like, because you can make a woman happy with, some simple things, whatever, phone calls, all that kind of stuff. Good morning to but like, I feel like money is gonna have to be a part of it at some point.
Absolutely.
I don't think that you can remove money from that situation.
I mean, especially when you look at the context, right? So, like, can a man make a woman happy without money? Like giving her money, maybe not giving her money, but being able to provide, like the house, the car, the clothes, the food. Yeah, you may not have to give the woman the actual money herself, and she's so. I think just the context, but that's just me being too analytical. But if I had to just look at it for what it is, I would say probably no.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it is like, in day, like the core, especially when we look at like kind of going towards that traditional role, like we're still providers at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think
in order to be a provider, you got to have money.
You got to have money. You got to have money. You got to get shit done. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are pretty much the two things. So I think that you can't take money out of the equation. Because then it's like, okay, well, where is the money coming from? What are we doing? If we're moving forward as a couple, it's coming from somewhere. Right. If you're looking for your woman to be, providing for you.
Right.
Then I ain't on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta show up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. You gotta freaking be the man, dog.
Yeah. So I don't know. All
right, let's cue up the next one. 1 second. Let's see here. What we got? That's that one. All right. Want me to take this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all started them OnlyFans pages and thought y'all was gonna take off. Now y'all see how it feels to be a local rapper.
Bruh.
Small following.
I've had so many people randomly adding me on different media platforms and then be like, yeah, add me on Snapchat. I'm like, okay.
The same people that you already follow on another platform?
It's like they'll add you on one platform. And then be like, okay, yeah, add me on Snap. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Right.
Because I'm barely on Snapchat anyway.
Yeah.
So then I go on and it's like all of a sudden inbox blowing up. You go on their page, it's nothing but them getting them cheeks clapped.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Or them just doing other explicit
that's
stuff.
On what is that?
On Snapchat.
I ain't even got no Snapchat.
Bro, like they'll be on there going in. And I'm like, bro, like, I didn't know. And then they'll be like hitting you up nonstop, like, you want to subscribe to my premium and all, I'm like, what?
Oh, so they put out teasers.
And then then they be like, oh, subscribe to OnlyFans. I'm like, dang, bro, like, and then they be posting them prices. And I seen some $40 O's on there.
Oh,
like,
wow. Hold on a minute. For the subscription?
Or to hit services. $40 hoes, starting price.
And
I'm like, bro, like this game is really cold out here. But it's like, I done seen a lot of women out here now chasing this OnlyFans life and they ain't getting the blow up that they thought it would. It ain't as easy as they thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah,
I feel like most people that have a lot of success probably already kind of had that type of. They already had a lot of people following them anyway,
in them, at least in some kind of way.
Yeah, and they already kind of was on that lane, but yeah,
yeah. I mean, especially the whole local rapper aspect, because being a local rapper, man, you got to hustle, bro. You got to put them tapes out. You got to got dang on, you got to talk to a lot of people.
Yeah, and people gonna look at you like, what? Why should I buy this? You know what I mean? Like, especially when there's so much free. And it's like it's so much free content in this world. Like it's hard to convince somebody like, hey. I get the part of like, okay, it's kind of like you're intimately involved in them because like you can say stuff like, hey, do this, that, whatever.
So pretty much it's like a new version of a webcam.
Essentially, yeah, that's what it. But in this a paid subscription. But it's like, bro, if I want to just watch somebody naked, I could. It's too many free porn websites out
there. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna watch you and pay to watch you for free. I mean, watch you. So I guess the perk of it is that you can communicate with them while they're doing whatever they're doing.
I guess they feel a little bit closer to them. You probably got dudes that be really trying to
like push up
on
their
number and all that. Like I can imagine that being the case, but it's like, bro, you're never gonna meet this woman in real life.
Yeah, you never, unless you pay the $40. Then the ones that let you hit for $40, I guess you got a good chance.
Bro, you gotta you should be considering at that point. Like,
man, there's too much shit going on in this world, especially all these diseases. But I mean, you stick your thing. I mean, condoms only protect a certain level, bro.
Yeah.
Like it only protects a certain level. All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's tone it down a little bit.
Right. You want to take this or you want me to read?
Yeah, you go ahead. You good. Go ahead.
I hate when a Chipotle worker tells the cashier I got double meat. Like, damn, I knew you was a hater. Bro, I feel like that shit is the ultimate form of deceit. Like, they was quiet. They was about to ring me up. And then you go,
right.
Yeah, they had avocado and double meat. They had double steak. Like, did you have to tell them all that? Like, or whatever, bro. Like,
I've been seeing a lot of people hate on Chipotle too, though. Like on the socials, bro. They've been hating on Chipotle real bad.
Well, that stock still climbing, so shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree. But I never had that though. I normally don't get double meat though, so I guess I don't know how that feels.
You get that bowl.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I ain't never had that. I ain't never had the double meat situation. We almost wrapping up on this one, guys. This section here. If y'all got some stuff y'all want to submit, man, definitely hit us up in IG. Follow us right here on Facebook at New Wave Media Group. Let's see what the next one is right here.
Somebody wants Chipotle now.
No.
You having some trouble? Okay, there we go.
All right. Smart men don't tell you how smart they are. Rich men don't tell you how rich they are. Tough men don't tell you how tough they are. Honest men don't tell you how honest they are. Come on. Con men do. Oh shit. Like, come on, what? Con men do. Okay. I got it. I get that though.
I mean, I feel like,
I get that.
If you're good for having to put it out there, then yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's kind of like if you work out, you don't need to tell me you work out. You know what I'm saying? I should be able to just look at you and tell.
Right.
If you're intelligent, I should just hear it when you're speaking to me.
Absolutely.
If you're studied, I should be able to just tell it when you're speaking to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It pretty much everything they mention. It's like, yeah, it goes without saying, but yeah, hey, that's a manhood lesson in at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got to carry stuff close to the chest, man. It ain't everybody's business what you got to show it.
Yeah, and let's actually say this too, right? When it comes to like people that have money, like the rich man category, I feel like you do have people that can, get you with the fake it till you make it, but I feel like that also comes out, or I think that comes out more when you talking to them a little bit more and you understand where their mind is, what they're actually doing for a living, what their investments are like, because somebody who's wealthy or rich is like, if they're a self-made person, if they've built that for themselves, they're not like a trust fund, baby. Not saying there's nothing wrong with trust fund, because we should all have a trust fund for our kids, whatever. But if you have where like somebody got it on their own, you talk to them long enough and ask themselves about what they're doing, whatever. Right. You ain't got to see the car. Right. They might have a car that'll show that they got money, but in that dialogue and that energy that they got it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. 100%.
So yeah.
And that's one of those lessons you learn in life. You don't have to, people that are rich, they carry themselves completely different from people that are pretending to be.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Take that one.
Oh, let me see. I love seeing women that curved me having gender reveals alone. Congrats. That is definitely a guilty pleasure. The fuck, like,
okay, I don't get that one.
So like, yeah. So when women, like, let's say like, okay, you just graduated high school, whatever. Or girl you might know in high school that curved you, maybe out of high school, whatever. At any point in time,
now curved me means
as in like you shot your shot at her.
Okay.
And she was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And it could have been. And sometimes curving can have a more negative connotation to it. Like it could be like one of those, almost like they might even shit on you in some cases. But it ain't always that. It's just one of them. It can go there. It can go to where like this is a little bit excessive. Not just I'm just trying to get it, and you just politely turning me down.
Right.
And then they get with somebody, and obviously get pregnant. Like gender reveals, like how we did with our kids or whatever.
Oh,
and they there solo. Ain't no guy there with him for the gender reveal.
Right.
So
right.
Like,
right. I got it. Yeah, like congrats, bitch.
Yeah, like
you get what the fuck you deserve.
Yeah,
yo,
you had to be mean to me.
Right. You could have gave me an opportunity, man.
Right.
Well, hey, no hurt there. Dodge that goddamn on bullet.
Yes, sir.
It's been great, man.
It has been.
I enjoyed the show.
We were a little tired going in this one.
Yeah, I mean, this one,
And I feel like it flowed well given the circumstances. And
I think that hopefully the audience can see the progression as we do more shows, more digital, more visuals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you got to give it up. This right here is the producer. I'm doing all this shit while I'm talking to y'all. So give that grace.
Craziness, man.
You know what I mean? So
coming with all this content on our own.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, it's been a great show, man.
Let's wrap this.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all on the next one. Same time, same place. Peace.